I joined the initiative about a month ago. I have a coaching program that went from 0 clients. Now I have about 10 pre-sold at $10,000 a piece. And I'm here at the initiative this weekend in Miami, and we're actually building it right now to do the fulfillment. So we're on track, hopefully, to do 7 figures in that business too. My name is Abel Contreras. I'm a commercial real estate agent. About 3 months ago, I was doing residential. Took Ravi's course, Scaling with Systems, and it kind of gave me the inspiration to think bigger and start to use leverage to scale my business.
Nice. We'll dive into that a little bit more. So, talking about Ravi's, let's avoid Ravi. Let's talk about.
You want to start over?
No, we don't got to start over. We're gonna clip this thing up.
Okay, cool.
It's just a conversation.
Scaling with Systems.
So for right now, did you join Scaling with Systems first? Did you join the initiative first?
I joined Scaling with Systems back in February, just to ramp and scale my residential real estate business. It kind of took me down a wild ride. I was just selling houses. My goal through taking the course was just how do I sell more houses, right?
Yeah. And
then very quickly I learned that, hey, I need to think bigger. So I broke into the commercial real estate space. And for the last 3 months, that's what I've been focused on, is just commercial real estate, apartment buildings, hotel assets. So the biggest problem that I was facing before I joined the program was it was just getting a lot more tough to find business in residential. It was tougher to find listings. People had to get a lot more creative. My thing was, I was always on the phone, and that was my thing. And then it quickly started to notice that all the other agents were now on the phone. So there's a lot more competition to get listings. A little bit frustrated. I mean, I had my business plan laid out for 2021. I wanted to sell, 100 homes, and come February, I wasn't on track to do that. So my business plan wasn't working. So I had to start to think different. Like, how am I going to hit these numbers? I really made a big transition, right? So I wanted to sell 100 homes in 2021 to, make 7 figures in my business. And then I realized that using virtual assistants, leveraging other people's time, using automation, I could use those systems to start to do commercial real estate. For most people, it takes about 2 to 3 years to become successful in commercial. Join the program, join Scaling with Systems, and then I just started thinking bigger. I went from selling $500,000 houses to $7.5 million apartment buildings. So within 30 days, we put $20 million under contract, and that was significantly more than I did all of 2020. So we're on track to do 7 figures in commercial this year. The biggest thing that was preventing me, or that was keeping me on the fence, was, hey, is this program designed for real estate agents? That was my hang up, right? Like, I loved everything that was being preached on the YouTube before I ever got on the call. It made a lot of sense. However, when I was on the call, it's like, hey, a question that I had was like, hey, look, it sounds like this is kind of designed more so for digital marketers, not real estate agents, which is, I'd say is true. But what I did was I just challenged myself to think bigger and to think outside the box. Sure, it's not a real estate course, but I'm taking information that nobody else in the real estate industry has, and I'm leveraging it to scale. And that's exactly what happened. I'd say the people that could benefit the most from Scaling with Systems are people that are already doing relatively well in their business, respectively, but are looking to make a quantum leap. Somebody that's like, okay, you're in maybe the top 5% of your industry. How do we get you, to number 1 on Google, right? How do we get you from 6 figures to 7 figures? I mean, that's what I got out of the program. So I think people with work ethic, you can't just sit there and expect things to happen. You really got to put the work in to make this work. And you also have to think differently, think outside the box, and think big. If you have those 3 things, then Scaling with Systems is a no-brainer.